Welcome back. Roger Binny, former Indian cricket team star, member of the 1983 World Cup winning team, has been named as the 36th president of the Board of Cricket Control in India. His announcement has been welcomed, and why not? He's been a great son of Indian cricket. But there are many who believe that Sourav Ganguly, who he replaces, has been given a raw deal, particularly when many felt that Sourav Ganguly was an excellent administrator. Has he been sidestepped? Has he been not given an opportunity to represent India at the ICC level? Many believe that it's because he said he didn't want to join the BJP, or that's the allegation, nobody really knows, that he was actually denied because the BCCI, it is said, is intensely political. Joining us now, Dr. Shashi Panja, Cabinet Minister in the government of West Bengal. Sanjay Jha joins us, Asif Bhamla of the BJP, and Kartik Iyer, the cricket analyst. Thank you all very much for being with us. Dr. Panja, to you first. Where is the evidence that the BJP was trying to lure Sourav Ganguly and he said no, which is why he's been sidestepped?
No, it's not that way. You see, there are certain indications. It is just the indications which from which we can kind of speculate or draw a conclusion. I mean, we did not expect such an unceremonious exit or an ouster, but the Supreme Court also cleared through its amendments about the cooling off period. And why we've kind of doubted this is with due respect to all those who are existing, as the member who continues to he's got a renewal of his
You're talking about
being a secretary. Yeah, being the secretary. And that's where, if we saw that the president and the secretary were both not renewed, then I think such speculation would not have arisen. But it was not there. Not the other way around. What we saw was that Sourav Ganguly continues to remain a political person. He doesn't belong to any as a member. He's not even a member of any particular political party. But eventually, this was politics. I mean, he is the nation's pride. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Dr. Panja, just one quick question before I go to my panelists. Ma'am, can you confirm that the Trinamool Congress never tried to reach out to Sourav to get him to join your party?
Not at all. I mean, not at all.
Even unofficially? Even unofficially?
No. Why can't we leave it to him if he has any political
Ma'am, would you have liked to have Sourav Ganguly in your party?
I think anybody would have liked to have him. But I think that is not the important question.
Okay, all right, fair enough, ma'am. Let me go across to Asif Bhamla. Mr. Bhamla, a lot of people feel aggrieved that here was a great guy and, he's been denied. But the larger issue of politicization of the BCCI, is that not the larger issue? Whether it's the Congress, the BJP or the NCP, they seem to decide how Indian cricket is going to function.
Well, firstly, I'm happy that the legacy of cricket. I mean, previously we had Sourav Ganguly, and now, of course, we have Roger Binny, who's the legacy is going from a cricketer to a cricketer, and he's gained glory. Binny's biggest hour of glory was the '83 World Cricket. I remember seeing that. You see, when he claimed 18 wickets in the outings and the highest wicket taker. So these are proud moments. I don't know why is this negative mindset, when it comes to, he's apolitical. From a transformation is from a fabulous cricketer like a Sourav Ganguly who completed his tenure of 3 years, to another cricketer who has brought glory to India, who on his announcement initially has already declared that he would love to look into issues which have been of very serious significance, like the prevention of injuries, or to look forward for pitches. You see, better pitches and more so that whenever our players go abroad, they don't find it a big challenge. So these are good things which you see, and
done by Ganguly
and go forward. So we're not refusing that because Ganguly was deserving and he got the position.
All right.
So now
I get the point.
Don't have a negative narrative for everything. The TMC should understand that cricket is not politics, ma'am.
I get the point. No one is shouting on this program. Sanjay Jha.
It's very surprising. It's very demeaning, actually.
No. Vishnu, I need to get in. Once.
Yes, ma'am. Quickly.
No. You excuse me. I mean, the BJP spokesman cannot make scathing remarks about us. We are not talking about anything negative.
Not. You are making scathing remarks, ma'am.
We are not doubting the credentials of Roger Binny. Please, we appreciate.
It's you.
We have not found. What we are asking is, please do not shout.
You
I did not shout
when you were speaking. Mindset.
Do not intervene. Do not interject.
Please.
Let me just clear.
Let us not fight about that. इसमें कोई पैसे की गलती नहीं है. जो आपके मंत्री के इसमें कोई पैसे की गलती नहीं मिलेगी आपको. जो आपके मंत्री के वहाँ मिली थी वेस्ट बंगाल में.
What is he saying, Vishnu? What is he saying? What is he saying?
He's just making a point.
It's a very pure and a clean
Mr. you made your point.
No, Mr. Bhamla,
leave with the
don't take it personally. No,
leave with the
please don't take anything personally.
It doesn't involve stacks of money, cash, like your
Mr. Bhamla, hold on.
Vishnu,
Mr. Bhamla, hold on.
You cannot allow this kind of conversation.
Go ahead, Dr. Punjab.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, should we unearth the other jumlas that you have done? What are you saying? Why are you bringing all that? We are talking about cricket. Don't politicize. You see, now you are politicizing it. You are bringing in stacks of money. There you go. The problem with BJP is to shout and not to allow others to speak.
All right, let's not please vote. Please let's not shout. Let us not shout. Mr. Bhamla,
I'm supposed to be speaking. You asked me to
speak. 1 second, Mr. Bhamla. Mr. Bhamla, if you don't, it's just not fair. Okay, Dr. Panja, 1 second. Let me go across to my other panelists. Sanjay Jha, bottom line over here, Indian cricket and politics and political parties, one and the same?
Well, Vishnu, you are fully aware that I have also been donning the hat on the sports side.
Yes.
And I will tell you very unambiguously that it's a mammoth shame how politicians in this country intervene, interfere, and in my opinion, interrupt the success of sports in our country. And I don't care whether it's Congress or the BJP or the TMC or whoever. It's a monumental disgrace. I mean, look at the conversation on our show right now. I mean, it's pathetic. And I think this is the problem. And I do believe that if you look at most of the politicians, they can't even walk 100 meters without some support, or forget running 100 meters. So it's absolutely a preposterous spectacle we are making of ourselves. And look at the BCCI today, Vishnu. I mean, you have an Indian cricket team which is probably at the pinnacle of its success entirely on their own. And the way the BCCI is running the show today, I mean, you are pointing out a lot of BJP officials, many of them who probably are there only for prestige, power, and, you know, they love to use cricket as a platform for their own publicity, PR, and promotion. And that's, in my opinion, shameful. It's immoral. And this is the reason, Vishnu, why India struggles in the international arena when it comes to the games that the world plays. And we can do well in cricket because there are a dozen countries play it. But when you go down to the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games, it's a monumental struggle. Okay. And I'd say hats off to our athletes because they do it on their own. They don't do it because of any
All right, I think that's an important
point.
I just need to go across to Karthik Iyer, who's been waiting very patiently. Karthik, where does this leave Sourav Ganguly now? From the high of the BCCI president, many expected him to perhaps be nominated for the ICC if possible. He's back to his first love, the cricket, the CAB, Bengal cricket. But is that necessarily the way one sort of saw Ganguly's progression in terms of cricket as an administrator?
No, not at all. Because he's, if I'm not wrong, just not even touching 50. So this is definitely not the end of his career as an administrator. Looking at his persona, you will see him getting another stance at the ICC sooner or later. However, there were certain questions which raised. I'm not talking about the political one, but in terms of the cricketing questions which were raised. For instance, when Sourav Ganguly took on the role as BCCI president, the first statement he made was he will become the cricketer's friend. So, yeah. I mean, he promised that he would hike the fees of first-class cricketers, which he did. but it took a while. And then when India women reached the final of the 2020 T20 World Cup, the money was released by the ICC within a week, but the women cricketers got it 3 years later. So these are the negative points. Then the Virat Kohli saga, Riddhiman Saha saga, I think this all went against Sourav Ganguly. In terms of the pluses, he convinced India to take up pink ball cricket, because India were a little bit shy playing day-night cricketing, the day-night test cricket. So those are the plus points that Sourav Ganguly did as an administrator, which shows that he has the qualities in him to be an administrator. It's not just something which you just forget day in and day out. But being a people's president probably is what, not being a people's president is probably what went against it.
All right, well, let's see. I agree with you. This is not the end of the Ganguly chapter. He's had a huge impact on Indian cricket and will continue to. And all the very best to Roger Binny, another star of Indian cricket. A lot of us grew up watching him bowl. Thank you very much for being with us out of time on this program.